another Raw video from your favorite YouTube scout, Draftrawthentic. Yes, I'm finally here making another video, and like I said, it's a Raw one, so there will be no edits. Anyway, if you already know, I'm doing my 32 for 32 draft breakdown series. That is 32 teams for 32 days, doing a draft breakdown for each and every NFL team in the NFL. And as of right now, I'm on the West Coast side of the NFL. I've already done the AFC West, and so now I'm on the NFC West. And if you're seeing this video, I've also done all of the AFC and NFC North teams. So with that being said, the first video I did put out was the Arizona Cardinals. With this second AFC West team, I am doing the I'm doing the Los Angeles Rams. It's hard to like switch it back. I'm sorry, but I'm doing the Los Angeles Rams. Now, before I really get into that draft, I want to say that I did on Facebook. I am a member of 3 different Los Angeles Rams Facebook group pages and stuff like that. And the reason why I did do that is because the Rams drafted my cousin, Micah Kiser, linebacker from Virginia. And if you want to hear from Micah, I have an interview that I did like maybe 2 months ago or so, or a month ago, which I interviewed Micah, and this happened right after the Combine. So if you want to hear from Micah, you want to see it, I posted it in the Rams fan page and all of that. But if you want to hear from him, please check out that video. It's called the Micah Kiser interview, and I'm trying to get another interview with him, so hold tight. I will try to do that, and I will post it in the Los Angeles Rams Facebook page as well. But anyway, to get into this, first of all, I also want to say that I had the Rams as one of the winners of the 2018 NFL Draft. So in the video, the winners of the 2018 NFL Draft that I did, I went through the Los Angeles Rams players already. I kind of went through that whole, all that draft picks. But because I'm still doing 32 teams, 32 days, I will be doing this. So sorry for taking up too much time. It's already 2.5 minutes. Let's just get into it. With their first pick, which is a 3rd round pick, the Rams chose Joseph Noteboom, left tackle TCU. And I say left tackle because I think that he is the future left tackle of the Rams. If you want to hear more about him, you can check out the offensive tackle prospects that I did, and I talk about him. You can also check out the winners of the 2018 NFL Draft where I talk about the Rams, just reiterating that again. But anyway, Joseph Noteboom was a guy that I thought was one of the best pass blockers in this draft, and I would have rated my 3rd best offensive tackle in this draft. So getting him in the 3rd round, kudos to the Rams. That is a great pick. Within their second pick, they went and they chose Michigan State center Brian Allen. I thought that Brian Allen was probably the most underrated all-around center in this draft. I think that the Rams also hit on this player by getting him because I think that they got a really solid player that can be a future center for their offensive line. So not only did you get a future left tackle for when Adrian Whitworth decides to retire, you also get the center that you really, really needed. Now, the other 4th round pick, they went and they chose John Franklin from St. Francis Austin. Now, I don't know much about him. I used 2 different draft websites to give me prospects that I should look at. His name never popped up, so I never got to study him. And before I did this, I didn't study him. So I'm sorry I can't give you anything, but I also will not give you words from another source and then make them seem like they're mine because it's not my opinion. So I'm not going to go too much into them. I just think, for getting a defensive lineman is probably a solid pick for the Rams as well. To build on their defensive line where they already got Ndamukong Suh and Aaron Donald. Now, speaking of the next pick, once again, is my cousin, Micah Kiser. Micah Kiser, he's not the best pass coverage guy, but what Micah gives you is blitzing ability, instincts, and tackling. And you're getting a very, very good, solid middle linebacker. Now, seeing as though I believe the Rams are playing in a 3-4, I think that is the best fit for a guy like Kiser. I think a 4-3 would probably have been a little bit too much for him, but in a 3-4, being next to Mark Barron is going to help him out a lot. And he is a better player. You're going to get him, and he's going to be a better player than what you were getting from Alec Ogletree. Not saying he's better than Alec Ogletree. You're just going to, the certain stuff that the Rams needed from Alec Ogletree, Micah Kiser is going to give it to you. So that's what you're getting from Micah, and I can already say he's a hardworking, smart, educated person that is going to, honestly, I believe, just looking at him, is going to make a difference for the Los Angeles Ram team. Sorry, I keep on going to St. Louis. But anyway, in their next pick, they chose Obo Okorano. I don't know how to say his name as well, but I know he's that pass rusher from Oklahoma that is a freaking beast. Luckily, he does not have to be a starter for this team. He can just kind of wait in the wings and then finally really spread his wings within a year or two. But I can say this as a third pass rusher, this guy's a beast. And I can tell you, this team, they're getting a player right here. They're getting a pass rusher. Trust me when I tell you, you're getting one of the best pass rushers in the draft. Just pure pass rushers. Within that next pick, they chose one of my favorite prospects in this draft, and that was the underrated running back from Tennessee, John Kelly. You already got Todd Gurley. Let me just say that having John Kelly, you won't miss a beat. You're going to get just as much explosiveness from John Kelly as you get from Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley is a little bit more faster, but the explosiveness, John Kelly's going to give it to you. I would just say this, within these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, within these first 6 picks that the Rams had, they're going to hit on at least 5 of these guys. I'm telling you, that's how good this draft class is as of right now. So then getting into later into the draft, they had 3 other 6th-round picks. Jamil Dempsey from Maine, offensive tackle. Sebastian Joseph, Rutgers, defensive tackle. And Trayvon Young, Louisville, defensive end. I didn't get to study any of those guys, so I can't give you an opinion on them. Sorry about that. I know that people would want to hear who are these guys and how good they are, but I watch so many prospects. I'm prospect out. I don't want to watch any more video prospects. Maybe I'll go back later on, but right now I can't do it. So sorry about that. I can't give you much on Traven Howard, TCU linebacker situation. 2 draft websites. All of those players weren't on neither one, so I never got to watch any of these players, so it is what it is. But anyway, when it comes to that 7th-round pick, I did watch this player, SMU defensive end pass rusher, Justin Lawler. I thought Justin Lawler needed some time to build as a player, and I think that where he's going is going to be a good place for him. Whether he bulks up to being a 5 technique or he lightens his weight a little bit to being an outside linebacker, I can just tell you he's an underrated pass rusher that could give you something his rookie year, or maybe in a couple of years from now he can start to give you something. But I think that he's a good, solid pass rusher that kind of gives me a little bit of reminiscent of a Jared Allen. It's just that Allen was a little bit more twitchy with a little bit more speed, while Justin Lawler, I think, has to play with a lot more technique. But I think with the Rams coaching staff, they are going to be able to give him that type of stuff to at least make him somewhat successful in the NFL. So, anyway, when it comes to this whole draft class, I think that they hit on at least 5 of their first 6 picks. They could have hit on John Franklin too, but like I said, I didn't get to watch him. But I think that for the limit that they had with not having a 1st and 2nd round pick, I think they did a very good job at picking players that could really make a difference for their team and get them over the hump to be able to finally win another Super Bowl. So anyway, if you like this video and you want to see more draft breakdowns from me, please subscribe. Please hit that like button. If you didn't like what I had to say about a certain Rams player, or maybe you did like what I had to say, please comment so we can debate about it. Please share this video so other people can watch. They can comment and debate, and we can have this huge drafting community that can debate and talk about the NFL draft. Once again, this is Draftrawthentic. I thank you for watching. Goodbye.